What's going on, y'all? Random Thoughts here. Today's video is a little bit different than my other videos. It's going to be focused on how I prepare to give a talk, whether that's a conference, a lightning talk, anything like that. So let's just dive right into it. Okay, so for this phase, I use the Notion app for any notes, and I kick things off by drafting out the title, and then moving on to focusing on the theme of the actual slides. I guess in my case, or the drawing, alongside with the tooling. So something like this could be Photoshop, Google Slides, etc. And then for this particular talk, I'm keeping everything high level, so I jot down keywords, which can be expanded upon during the actual talk. And then I go ahead and wrap things up with some shout outs and provide everyone with additional resources that my talk scratches the surface on. So from here, I'll take the draft that I created, I'll put on some music, and then I will just go ahead and create it. So in this case, I ended up using Photoshop because I saw a talk a long time ago, and it was called What is Open Source and Why Do I Feel So Guilty? It's by Jacob Thornton. I'll leave a link in the notes. Definitely check that one out. The reason why I got Photoshop involved here is because from that talk, he drew all of his slides. So I've always been sort of into drawing, and I guess drawing not well. So I went ahead and drew all these slides, and I based it off of a game that I played as a kid called Ski Free. So I'm not sure if some of you remember that. It was I don't know, it was a really interesting game. It was just like addictive, it was just one of those games you wanted to play over and over again. But in this case, I ended up drawing slides. This was a lightning talk during the winter months, so I went ahead and designed it so that it was festive, nice and festive, to make it sort of interesting. Because in this talk, I talked about HashiCorp Vault, and it's a fairly deep talk on security and secrets and all these kinds of things. So from here I have the Santa hat on due to the nature of the slides. I'm just going with the theme here, and then I'm just pretty much getting ready to do the talk. They're giving me the go-ahead since all of this is remote. Things have changed, so a lot of the talks that I'm doing lately are remote, and I pretty much just ensure I have a decent microphone, some headphones just to isolate myself into the environment, and then just some kind of light. In this case, I used a lamp. I think it's like a Tautronics lamp. There's better lights you can buy out there, but even doing a talk remote is I guess, at least to me, as nerve-wracking as doing the talks that I was doing in real life in front of a whole bunch of people. Just take your time. I go through all of the details, and these slides, I designed them to be super high level, to the point where it's just a couple of words. And then I've worked with this stuff every day, so I'd memorized everything to the point where I just had to put down a couple of words on the slides, and then I just kind of recall how I'm working on it, what I use to implement it, and these kinds of things. So for a lot of my talks that I do, I try to keep them based on what I am working on day to day. So that's at least what I try to do, just so that I can kind of speak freely on them, kind of flow with what I'm doing, by going through the slides or scrolling down in this case, because I did it was just a big design. So that's pretty much it. That's how I give presentations in 2020 and 2021. I go through a draft phase, a design, and then I go ahead and just give the presentation. I really don't spend any time practicing as of right now. These could change in the future. Even for longer talks. This was just a lightning talk, but I just haven't really ever practiced giving a talk. I mean, it's just something that kind of flows probably out of fear, if anything. But that's how I do it. I hope my somewhat messy process provides you the confidence to get out there and give your own talk about something you're passionate about. Take care, everyone.